All right, and for this last part, I'm just going to do a reminder of finding intercepts with both forms of an equation. Number 3 is in slope-intercept form, and because of that, I can easily find my y-intercept. This is step 0, or the y-intercept, so I know that that is 0, -9. No need to do any extra work there. In order to find my In order to find my x-intercept, I'm going to make my y into a 0, which means I'm going to rewrite this equation. 0 equals 3 over 2x minus 9, replaced my y with a 0. Then I'm going to do my algebra work. I'm going to 0 out that -9 or -9. And I've got 9 equals 3 over 2x. Because this is slope-intercept form, I've got to divide fractions. Remember, you can always look up how to divide fractions. You can Google and get a reminder on how to do that. But I know that any number divided by itself is 1, right? So that gives me my x. Now over here, I'm going to have to do some fraction math. I'm going to have to do 9 over 1 divided by 3 over 2, which is the same as times the reciprocal, or flip it. So I've got 18 over 3. If I do 18 divided by 3, I get 6. So this is a whole number. And my x-intercept is 6. That was really fast. You remember, you can ask for help if you need it. Another one that we can do is number 6. For standard form, the math is a little bit easier because we're always going to be making 0, right? For our x-intercept, we're going to change our y to a 0, which turns that whole term to 0. For the y-intercept, we'll do the opposite. So let's do x-intercept first. X plus 2 times 0 equals -14. This, remember, you could say x plus 0 equals -14, but we really don't need to say plus 0. So with this one, we're actually done already. X is -14. So this line crosses the x-axis way on the left at -14. For the y-intercept, I'm going to rewrite this equation, but I'm going to turn my x into a 0. So I've got 0 plus 2y equals -14. I don't really need to write 0 plus anything because it doesn't affect my equation. So I'll rewrite 2y equals -14. Divide each side by 2. And y equals -7. So this line crosses the y-axis down below 0 at -7. If we are going to graph, we are going to use the same strategy of finding our intercepts. We're going to find our x-intercept this way and our y-intercept this way. And I'm going to do that pretty quickly so we can get it on the graph. I'm going to change my y to a 0, which is really just 3x equals -3. Divide each side by 3. That makes my x value -1. And then I'm going to find my y intercept by making my x 0. So I've got 3 times 0 minus y equals -3. This is just 0, but remember, I've still got a negative y. So I'll rewrite this minus y, or negative y, equals -3. Sometimes people divide both sides by -1, since there's an invisible 1 here. Other times people say, well, it makes sense. If negative y is -3, then positive y is +3. Now you've got 2 points that you can put right, on your graph. And those, you really only need 2 points to make a line, particularly if you either have this fancy Nancy line tool on Notability or if you have a ruler. And there is your line created with intercepts.